you can see me everywhere. I have four sides. I'm a square. I'm a circle. I go round and round. I have no sides. I'm a circle. I'm a triangle. I'm pointy little shape. I have three sides. I'm a triangle. I'm a rectangle, like a really long square. I have four sides. I'm a rectangle. Hello, welcome to Parent Station, and I'm Hiran Bagadia, and I'm bringing to you Thursday for Toys. Right, as I have promised, and yes, I have presented, the previous toys like clay, the number toys, the cobbler's bench. We had the tumbling tower. Right? Yes. And as usual, our content partner for the day is Little Woods. So Little Woods are the pioneer in manufacturing wooden toys, Montessori materials, classroom furnitures, and a lot of other things. All of their products are designed, specifically for learning the basic concepts. And yes, today's concept that we are going to be learning is on shapes. I think you got that from the song that I sang. Yes. They ensure quality products, taking care of no sharp edges, no toxic colors, and maintain safety standards, which are very, very important when we are buying toys for our children. And of course, they are 100% made in India, so we go vocal for local. So the toys are developed under the guidance of Preetham Agarwal, director Hello Kids, and marketed by Praveen Agarwal, who is the director of Little Fingers. Okay, so when I talk about shapes, you're probably no longer conscious of it. You know why? Because our brain categorizes everything around us based on shape and colors. Yes, they are two very noticeable attributes of the world around us. So if when your child picks up on that at an early age, it helps him to define and organize the diverse world that he lives in. So understanding colors and shapes is a tool for learning many skills to come. So maybe in math, science, and also reading, I'll tell you how. So at a very early age, when your child begins to identify shapes, though he doesn't know what they are yet, when your child starts discovering shapes, he is making use one of the most basic educational process, that is the observation of same and different. So this allows him to observe, compare, and discuss everything around her. So shapes are like symbols, right? So I'm going to tell you why we need to teach shapes and how we can teach shapes with this nice, lovely game that I have from Little Woods today. Okay. So the first thing, as I mentioned, we teach shapes because the basic shapes like circle, triangle, squares, I'm talking about all the 2D. Okay, the 2D shapes they're distinctly different from each other. So this makes them a great for practicing same and different. So same and different is, when the children starts to recognize distinctive traits about the objects. So when I say, what shape is this clock? The child, if it's a square clock, the child will say it's a square clock. Okay. If I say, what is the shape of the bangle? So the child may say it's a circle, right? So there are so many things. So are these two objects same or different? Right? So the child, what is the child going to do? The child starts, the basic observation skills. He starts looking at, yes, this clock is square, but I saw another clock that was circle in shape. I saw another clock that was oval in shape, right? So children come to know same and different when you teach shapes. Next, the second thing that they learn is categorization. Okay, so once the basic of same and different concept is done, children can now move to more complicated categorization. So they can come to know what makes a circle different from a square, right? So this is detailed recognition of traits objects have. So an important skill is being able to find the common characteristic among the different items. So you can ask children how many circle objects can they find in the room, how many are squares. So this shows that a shape is something that many different things have in common. And categorization is an important science skill. Don't we use that later as they grow older? Yes. Next, learning shapes and colors also helps in problem solving and spatial relationships. So shapes are a great way to introduce a lot of lot of things, like your child needs to determine which shape goes into which hole. So if you're having a game where the children are, they need to put the particular shape in a particular area. Okay, so and then if it actually fits in. Okay, so what are they working on? So they are working on spatial relations. So how do objects fit together? So here, what are they doing? They are actually, learning problem solving and also understanding the space. Like if it's a circular shape, then I cannot put a square inside that. A circle only will fit into that. So what is happening? Problem solving and spatial relationship is what the child is learning. Of course, when you're learning shapes, it's maths. We always know that shapes comes under maths, but I feel math skills are an obvious area that you get work to when you're teaching children shapes, right? So geometry is the part, the study of shapes. So having basic understanding of these shapes from a young age will make this math class a lot easier for children as they grow up. So understanding the characteristics of shapes, which involves a lot of counting. So like, if it's a triangle, how many sides are there in a triangle? If it's a rectangle, how many sides are there in a rectangle? Right? So this easily falls in the number practice when you play with the toddlers and the preschoolers. So pattern recognition also comes into play as well. So every time you add a side, you get a new shape. Woo! This is a pattern. So being able to physically see the difference between a shape with three sides and one with five helps with number sense, a key to all math success. Then letter recognition. I told you shapes are very important for letter recognition. How? Right? So this is one of the biggest reasons to work on shapes early. Shapes help with letter recognition. So think about the letters. How do they look? They're very similar to shapes, isn't it? Like the letter V is like a triangle, right? With missing a side. A letter O is very similar to a circle, right? A letter A is very similar to a triangle without the side down, but instead of down, it's in the center, right? So understanding what shapes are and what they have meaning starts to help build literacy. So practicing distinguishing between a square and a triangle helps kids recognize between different letters. So the same is true with reading numerals also, right? So having a child draw shapes and working on the lines and angles needed to draw a triangle or rectangle helps them later in life when they are learning to write their letters. Okay, so we now know a lot of things about shapes, but what are the things that you can help children? What are the toys or what are the materials that you can give children when they are going to learn the shapes? Right. So sometimes the first way is just talk about it. Whenever you see something, something that I call is two names. Once a toddler begins to speak, okay, we start telling everything with two names. So that is like, you just don't say a cup, you say a blue cup. Or you don't say a handkerchief, you say a square handkerchief, right? So what are you doing? You're giving two names to it. So whatever it is, we can naturally add descriptors that we are teaching to the children. So use the shapes in such a way. So you can read the square book. Come on, can you bring that triangle magnet? I need to see whether it fits into my cupboard or not, right? So talk to children like that. So just talk about the shapes, and that's how they learn it. A second game that I can tell you, that is shape hunt. So, kids love going to hunt, so you can hide the shapes at different places. You can have a treasure game for your children. You can hide the shapes and let them look for more than one shape at a time. So this can add into even sorting practice if you're having with the shape practice. So you don't need anything special for this. Regular household items are enough for it. And today I'm going to present to you a nice game on shape. Okay, it is a very interesting game. I really love it. It is for all the age groups from 3 plus, right? So this is the shape and the colors Dominowes. It is by Little Woods. And if you see, it comes in this box pack. and it comes with this 28 cards. It comes with these 28 cards of different shapes, right? So I'm sure you can see this, right? And it comes with the color. So I have a green triangle and I have a blue rectangle. So how do I do? These are the shape dominoes. So what children are exactly going to do here, they have to match the last shape. The next card has to be with the same shape, right? So I matched the rectangle and the rectangle together. Okay, so now over here I have a triangle. So what do I do? Oh, sorry, I have an oval over here. So the next also has to be the same. I need an oval. Now, the child may pick up a card and see. Does this match? No. So can you see the problem solving over here that is happening? They see that it's not the same color, it's not the same size, and they're not the same shape. So this does not match. Maybe I need to search for the black oval over here. So let me search a black oval. Oh, look what I found. Yes, I found the black oval and it is matching with the previous one. Yes, and then again after this, what am I going to do? I'm going to take another one and I'm going to select. Now, the next one that I need here is a red square. I need here is a red square. So what do? I search for the red square and I match it with it. Is it right? Yes. Are you seeing? This is so much fun to play with. You can have timers for children. You can set up a good, maybe a 3-minute timer, and the children are going to set up all the 28 according to the age, so if you feel the children are younger, you can give them more time and you can tell, come on, within this time you're supposed to set all of these cards in the way it was presented to you, right? So the shape and the color dominoes, it comes in a wooden packing. Again, if you see, there are no sharp edges anywhere, not even in the box, the packing of the box. Even the cards are very easy to hold. They are made of wood. Yes, they are made of wood. There are no sharp edges. There are rounded edges over here. So nowhere the children are going to get hurt. They can pick up these cards very easily, and again they have it laminated on the top so that the children, in case if they write anything over it, it can be just simply cleaned and erased. And again, the colors that they have used, these are non-toxic colors, so they are not going to harm the children. So this is one of the fantastic games by Littlewoods, shape and color dominoes, that we have over here. It's a fantastic game. It helps children with a lot of things, a lot of learning that they get from playing these games. If you know any other good shape games, do let us know in the comment box. I hope you like today's product, again by Littlewoods. It's the shape and the color dominoes, a fun game for children, and it's going to help the children with a lot of things, as I just mentioned, their math skills, their problem solving, their spatial relations, all of these. So the one that we saw today is the shapes and the color dominoes. Yes, so that is what we saw today by Littlewoods. I hope you're all enjoying Thursday for Toys. And this is Hiran Bagadia signing off and promising to bring you a nice, wonderful toy for your children, to guide you which toys you can give to your children. Yes, I think the toys that we bring to you are the ones that are, we look into the safety, then we look into the packaging, how the packaging is. We look into whether they are gender unbiased. That means, we are not specifically, it's not neither for boys or for girls. It's for everybody. Anybody and everybody can play these games, right? So that is something we need to start inculcating in our children, that is being gender unbiased. All the children should they need to have the choice as to decide what toys they like to play and what they don't, right? So if you see today, as I mentioned, we got you the shape and the color dominoes. It is a fantastic game for your children to build upon their letter recognition, to help with their math skills, with their problem solving and spatial relationship, to help them learn the categorization, which later will be helped in the science subject, right? So these are the many benefits that you can get by teaching children shapes, right? So this is Hiran Bagadia signing off, promising to bring you more nice games in the coming weeks, right? Thank you so much for listening to me. Bye. Have a nice day and a nice weekend ahead. Bye.